Broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas, you're tuned in to Guerilla Cross Radio.
Yo, what's up, and welcome to another episode of Unnamed Sports Show right here on Guerilla Cross Radio, streaming live on GorillaCross.com. We had technical difficulties, that's why we're starting late, but if you're catching the replay, it doesn't matter because we're live to you whenever. So, we are here for the next hour, so make sure you stay locked in with us. We got a lot of sports to talk about, and spoiler alert, letting you know right now we might be talking about Endgame a little bit. So just letting you know,
I'll stay spoiler free.
What's up?
I will stay spoiler free.
Will you?
Yes, absolutely. Not everybody's had a chance to see it.
Dave, how long do you wait?
I wait a while.
Till it's on Blu-ray? If they haven't seen it yet, they don't care about spoilers.
I wait till it's on Green-ray.
Wow. Boo. Is there a boo button over here?
Boo this man.
Boo this man. Yeah, rest in peace, John Singleton, by the way, Josh. I know you just heard the news today.
That's
Josh, like, who's John
for.
Singleton?
Oh, that's even more uncalled for. Don't do that. I knew who he was. Like I said, I knew he was on life support. I didn't know he was on life support. So when I found out he had a stroke and was on life support, I was like, oh, snap, they're taking him off? Okay. And then
when they take you off, it's usually like
very shortly thereafter, but I didn't hear anything for like a day or two.
I think it was last Monday or Sunday, something like that.
So I just must have missed the follow-up.
Yeah.
Because I heard right when they took him off, but then I didn't hear anything else.
Yeah.
So I was like, did he go? Did he not go? I didn't know.
Yeah, a lot of people get notifications on their phone for different like websites, and some people you know when Kylie Jenner has a new makeup line coming out though.
He knows that.
Listen,
those lip fillers are no joke.
Those palettes, that stuff hits my phone. Don't ask why.
Oh,
I don't know. I never chose this life.
To ask why.
I never chose this life.
But you had to have chosen the life because you direct what goes into your phone.
You'd be surprised. Like, don't ask why.
It doesn't go into my phone.
Don't ask why the Memphis Grizzlies are now one of my followed teams. I never chose to follow them. I might have said Wizards Grizzlies game one time, and then all of a sudden that's in the file. Don't ask. I don't know. I don't know the algorithms of
So
Google.
you one time were like, Kylie's lips look so full, and then boom, haunted forever.
It could happen. It could happen. No words.
Wow.
All I know is yes, that is the R.I.P. to John Singleton. That is sad news.
Definitely. We're gonna talk about NBA playoffs today. A lot of stuff going on there. The second round has been much better than the first round, like we all knew it was gonna be. We'll talk about some movies. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna talk today because I feel like our chat before the show started was really good.
It was strong,
and then it just died out because the computer wouldn't start. We'll go ahead and give this back to Josh. You can go ahead and put your gum right on there. Wrap it up.
Oh, I'm not Steve. I'm not gonna
It just is bad on the mic.
All right.
Radio 101. But listen, man, if you guys want to call in and talk to us, hit us up 702-608-3259. Once again, 702-608-3259. The number is also on the screen, really small, so we'll make that bigger. That's what she said. Yeah, I'm Quan 59. I got my man Death Star Dave.
Yes, sir.
In the building.
Happy to be here. Good sports going on right now.
Yeah. And my man wearing the Washington Bullets jersey. Right. Is that West Unseld?
It is.
Nice.
And I wore this as a statement. You were talking
What's your statement?
You were trying to talk trash about Dave and I's team. My team has been to 3 title games. I might not have been around to witness them.
Oh, exactly. I was talking about in your lifetime.
But they've won one.
Sonics were in my lifetime.
See? Well, they didn't win it. But
no, they won it in my lifetime.
They won it. 78 or 79.
How old are you, Dave?
I'm 40.
I'm reserving judgment on that.
Yeah, you're a youngster.
But my brothers did witness it. It did. Okay. It did make an impact in the DMV area, and You know, I'm not the Orlando Magic. I'm not. Let's see, the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm not the.
You're this generation.
The Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm not.
Listen,
There's a lot
it
of
made such
teams.
an impact that's Kevin Love's middle name is Wesley because of West Sunset.
See,
West Sunset was dope.
I mean,
So props to the jersey, the red, blue, and brown jersey.
blue and brown.
Oh, is that white?
It's white.
Okay, my bad.
Definitely white.
Just off white.
No, it's just I'm not wearing a T-shirt. It doesn't have anything to.
Oh, so it's see through.
Not.
So it's saying
He's trying to come for me right now, and I can't defend myself the way I would usually do.
Why not?
We can't all be Death Star.
Oh,
we can't all be that
some
smart.
of us have to stay in the light.
You can't come at him in the DMs on the show.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right. That's reserved for the DMs.
It's
See how that
reserved
works?
for
It's
the
reserved.
DMs.
Reserved.
Wow.
I'm
Listen-
more face to face.
I know you are.
Man, listen, man. If you guys are watching, please share the Facebook Live with us. And we're here for the next hour, so we're gonna be talking about sports. A lot going on in the NBA, so we're gonna jump into it right now. Right now, live as we're talking, Celtics are up by 2 at halftime against the Milwaukee Bucks. Bucks are up 2-1. Pretty much, they've been handling this series.
They have.
Probably more than I think most of us in this room thought they were going to, even though it's 2-1. The last two games, I think Boston took game 1. The last two games, Milwaukee's pretty much handled them.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think Boston obviously has to win this game? They can't go down 3-1 going back
it's
to
a wrap.
Milwaukee. So what do you guys expect, and what have you guys seen right now? Because I know we've talked in the group about Tatum. We've talked about Jaylen Brown a little bit. Kyrie's been doing his thing, but still not like he doesn't look like superstar Kyrie right now in this
Yeah.
series.
He's had some great stat lines, but I think your real big key, which is scary if you're a Bucks fan, is Eric Bledsoe. When Eric Bledsoe has a good game, that's a scary team.
Yeah.
But you can't depend on that all the time.
Yeah.
That's why I just think that, do they have a shot to get out of the East? Absolutely. Do they have a shot against the Warriors in the finals? I just can't see it. And yes, I'm already ready to put the Warriors in the finals.
I think getting them to the finals and then having them play the Warriors, I don't know. They've shown me. I'll say this. I haven't watched enough Bucks games over the season. I can just say that and be honest about it. I'd watch them. I'd watch them more in spurts, but like I never really took them serious.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
Can you be honest about it?
That was actually strong. That wasn't bad.
Eh.
It was unexpected. So
Well, most people don't even know what he's talking about because they think his name is Giannis.
Giannis?
Oh God! Every time I hear that, I'm like, all right, that's the easier of the two
Listen,
names.
if
If you're gonna bail yourself out and take the easier of the two names, at least get it right.
Yeah, exactly. I would say if you say Giannis, you're tapping out
Yeah.
before Antetokounmpo. There's no
Yeah.
chance you're trying that.
Greek freak.
I'm not going to try.
QB Brown the other night was like, and the freak. Or no, not the freak. He was calling him the Greek.
Hey,
The Greek.
listen, QB knows his limitations. He is a great commentator,
Hey,
one of the best ever.
he is. And why do you think he's one of the best?
Because he's
ever?
still alive doing it.
That's horrible. See, you went right to
still
the
super
dead.
insightful,
Listen.
and you could tell how much he still loves basketball because he
Yeah.
keeps up on everything.
Yeah,
When you watch a Hubie Brown game, you still get insights.
yeah.
That's what makes me so upset about at ESPN a lot of times is their best person.
Is Mark
commenta-
Jackson.
No, get out of here.
Wait, who'd you say?
Mark Jackson.
Do you think it's?
I think it's Doris Burke.
Doris is amazing.
Oh,
And
Doris
they
is
put
alright.
Doris Burke like in the biggest games
she's
on
she's on the
she's
JV.
courtside.
Yeah, she's in the JV
But
league.
no, Doris
mean,
Burke is their best.
She's second right now, though. She's behind the brain team.
No, but what he's talking about, like when they go to like their
I feel that, but-
their killer lineup.
Once
But
you go
I'm
to the
saying-
conference finals,
But
and
I'm
higher,
saying she's up to second.
Second
she should
team.
be because her analysis is strong.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
dope.
No, she is.
Yeah.
She is. I think the reason I like QB is that he's been around the game so long that he'll give you an insight from yesteryear and
Yeah.
then blend it right into today's game.
And he
see-
knows
does
today's
it-
game without
does
being
it
like
seamlessly.
Yeah,
And that's the crazy thing for Hubie for me is that he's not diminishing today's game to bring up those stories.
unlike
He's
me.
finding a way to tie it in.
yeah.
And just you could tell he still loves basketball so much
Yeah.
that he is on top of how the game changes
yeah.
all the time. I mean, that guy probably loves basketball more than anybody.
And listen, when you're looking at him face to face, you still don't know what eye to look in, but he's dope. Listen, I used to have a good Hubie Brown impersonation, but I won't do it right now because I haven't practiced in a long time.
Yeah, you can't do that on call. That has to be a prepared.
Well,
piece.
you're definitely going a lot to the second person if you're Hubie Brown.
Yeah.
Listen, you're on the court. You're looking right here. He puts you in the situation.
Yeah,
puts you in the situation.
Yeah.
It's like you're on the court yourself.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so what do you guys think about this series right now going on?
Man, look.
You picked Boston, right?
I picked Boston in 6, actually. So they got some work to do. I think the biggest thing, and to Dave's point too, talking about Kyrie's put up stat lines, but I'll say this. Do you remember like maybe about 3 years ago when Kyrie didn't miss a layup? Yeah. Like legit. Like he would, when he got into the lane, if he didn't get fouled,
it was money.
He pretty much made the layup. He's missed a lot of like point blank. His pyro, like all his pyros were good because it was like you couldn't really hate on him because he would find a way and still make the layup.
Yeah.
He's been missing a lot of his just bunnies and like I mean Steph the other night missing so many
layups.
Right at the rim. Like it's like, bro, you're at the rim, you're there.
And
like
then try to dunk and miss that.
That's not
tragic.
a move for him.
That was tragic. I respect the attempt.
I want to tell you something about Steph in that game. I don't want to jump all the way into that game yet, but that game reminded me of the 16 finals, game 7, where he just looked like, well, we're gonna win anyway, so I can kind of just play around. And I think Steph does that. I've seen him do that too many times.
Their
in
whole
big
team
games.
does that.
Yeah,
but haven't they learned their lesson from that?
Well,
because with this right now, it's like he didn't look like he cared. He wasn't engaged. He was just like playing around.
I'm just gonna shoot these shots.
Yeah, and Clay looks like him and Clay always look like that in the same game, which is dangerous because that's what cost him the finals that year.
That's just who Clay is.
Clay looked good. He didn't look bad in that game.
He was all right. There were some things he did too in that game that were
just dumb.
There's a really huge difference between now and then.
Yeah,
gigantic difference. His name's
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant does not do that.
Well,
and that almost won them the game because honestly, they should have got blown out.
Yeah, they had no business even being in that game.
Overtime,
nah. Yeah, he's been Kevin Durant since his speech. I said that last week, but it's continued. He has been a man on fire right now. He has proven that when he's locked in, there is no defense for him.
And listen, with Golden State, we'll get back into that Celtics series real quick.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think just watching the game now, I think the biggest thing is they don't have any answer for Giannis.
Yeah.
And he just hit a 3. So if he's going to be doing that at all, they have nothing for him. They haven't doubled nearly enough for me.
But who does?
I mean, you have to switch it up a little bit. Like he's played, I mean, Giannis has been the best player on both sides of the ball. He's been the best offensive player, and he's been the best defensive player in the series.
Plus, Budenholzer created a great game plan around Giannis, which basically Giannis and shooters.
Yeah.
And as long as they're hitting shots, that's a very difficult team to beat.
To
if
handle.
they miss shots, you can get them. But I mean, that's asking a lot because they have a lot of shooters.
Yeah.
If Malcolm Brogdon can really come back right, they're a much scarier team, but a lot of this still depends on Brogdon's health.
I was going to say that dude in the crowd looks just like Marcus Morris.
Because it's his brother.
But he was wearing the Celtics jersey. I'm like, hey, he looks just... I'm like, oh, that's Marquise.
Oh, that's right.
Man, look, I was noticing at the beginning of this game, I can tell you the biggest difference between Marcus and Markieff. Marcus...
One's playing?
Literally, no. Marcus is in the gym. Like, they look like two totally different body types now. Like, remember they used to, like, look... identical, like I mean, they're obviously identical.
They got identical tattoos for God's sake.
Yeah, I know exactly. They're obviously identical, but in terms of
remember
body,
when they used to look like identical twins?
No, but I mean, like just even in terms of their body too. Like looking at the two body types now, it's like, oh yeah, that's why you're trash.
Markeith's also been hurt a lot the last couple years.
Also, I can
Markieff
tell you,
trash.
I saw him, Markieff, on the Thunder. He's got that Wizards work ethic right there.
It's and
he's
I mean,
got that John Wall work ethic.
He was on the Thunder.
Yeah. I mean,
as you should have, because he was garbage.
Yeah. He made some decent shots, but he made a lot of dumb Markieff Morris shots where it's like, bro, we really need this bucket right now, and you're gonna pull that.
Yeah.
Like, get your butt in the paint and get a rebound right now. That's what I really need.
I feel you.
Oof. But I don't know. I look.
Now, are you still sticking with Celtics in 6?
What's the score?
I
Dave?
mean, it's a 2-point game.
You're basing it off that.
Well, look,
This game is pretty much tied, so this game could go either way right now.
If they're able to win this game, the third quarter in each game has really been the quarter of the series so far. Like every game has been 2 points, 3 points, 4 points at half, and then the third quarter, someone just hits another gear, and then that's who wins the game.
Yeah.
So if they're able to win this game and they're able to tie it, I don't think it'll be over in 6, just because I don't think they're gonna win 3 straight games.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It depends on this game. If they lose this game, then no, it's over. They have
this
to.
series is over.
They have to at least win this one just to have a chance to win it in 7. I think
It's a really tough call.
I think the only 7-game series is going to be Philly and Toronto.
Ooh.
I said that one.
What about
7.
Denver, Portland?
I'm sure.
I still think Portland in some way is going to figure that out, but Denver has shown a lot of grit. I'll give them that. They've stuck around a lot harder than I thought they would.
And that game Friday was a classic.
I watched the whole thing.
Listen, man, the ESPN app on every device was not working, right?
No.
So I was doing other things. I'm like, it's just Denver and Portland. So I saw the first overtime. I'm like, oh, they win the overtime. I'm like, I still don't care yet. Second overtime, I'm like, wait, what's going on? Fourth overtime, I'm like, all right, I got to turn it up.
Dude,
and it should have been a 5th overtime.
If Jokic hits that,
but Jokic
he was
missed the free throw.
You can't blame him on that.
Not
He
at
had a
all.
great
Yeah,
game,
not
played
at
like
all.
56 minutes,
He was
and a
tired.
triple-double.
He didn't want any parts of those free throws. His knees were like, seriously, right now.
But if he hits that, you're probably talking about a 5th overtime.
At least.
Yeah.
And it was already, 4 overtimes hadn't happened since 53
Yeah.
in the playoffs.
And Dame was having a tough night, so that was a good night to get them.
Yeah. Yeah. That was definitely the night to really make a stamp on the series. But I mean,
But that series is tied 2-2 right now.
They come right
so,
back
yeah,
and they win a
game
tough
at Portland.
game. Yeah, they win a tough game on the road. So I mean, you can't. Yeah, that one's a really, really tough one to call. I thought Portland was going to run through them personally. So the simple fact that
I
they've
did
shown,
not with them beating the Spurs. I think that boosted what they were lacking. What I thought they were lacking was that experience once they beat the Spurs. Anytime you
they
beat
believe.
Popovich, I don't
Well,
care.
plus going to
Yeah.
7-game series, too, and having it
Exactly.
come down to the wire, that gives you a lot of confidence.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
so,
I mean, I think you have 3 really good series and one series where the Rockets want to convince you that it's going to be be But realistically, if the Warriors play how they should, it's
Yeah.
and like I'm saying, I
fair.
called Warriors in 5. I knew they would either. I thought Rockets would win the first game because the Warriors didn't have a lot of rest in between.
They didn't
But
do
with
that.
the Warriors playing as bad as they did and getting that game into overtime, I'm sorry, they looked horrible all game.
Yeah.
And to get that game into overtime, it's a 5-game series to me.
Well-
I just don't see Rockets. First of all, I don't see Golden State playing like that again this series. They might have one more game like that in the entire playoffs, but
I think we also have to talk about how bad Chris Paul looks. Chris Paul
Well,
looks really bad.
I don't think
he
it's
looks pretty. I mean, he doesn't look like a bad player, but
Does he
he's
look scared
washed up
to you
as
a
a
little
high
bit?
level. No,
I
I just don't think he has the athletic level
there was a
to
wide
get there right now.
there was a
Right.
wide open 3-point shot
Yeah, we
that he
talked about
passed
that.
up.
We did
and
talk
and
about
looking
that.
at that shot, to me, it's like he doesn't have that confidence. That's what it looked like to me.
He kind of shouldn't.
I mean, he was
Well, he
wide
hasn't-
open.
he
You
hasn't-
have
he-
to take that
He
shot
hasn't been
as
shooting. He hasn't been
as
shooting.
a
Well, he hadn't been
quote
shooting well
unquote
from 3.
superstar. You have to take that shot.
He
though.
hadn't been shooting well from 3, but that was wide open. He passed it up to a moderately guarded player. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
like he was wide open pass to another person that
Ended
was
up going
even
out
more
of bounds.
open.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think it's so much that he's been playing bad. I've been saying he's lost a step for about 4 years now, but
Okay.
He's lost multiple steps.
yeah, he has. But I think it comes down to the way the Rockets play. Whenever Chris Paul's been out of the lineup so much now that whenever he does come back, James Harden, whenever it's like, okay, Chris Paul, you do your thing, James Harden doesn't move.
Yeah.
And so he sits in one spot, and it's not like he's working to get open to get his, to get an easier 3 or a spot up 3. But Chris Paul made some really, really big plays down the stretch of that game to get other people buckets.
Yeah.
Like he made a couple passes to Eric Gordon. He set up what's that child's name?
PJ
Capella.
Tucker?
No, well,
Capella,
yeah. Tucker in the corner as
Yeah.
well. Capella, he had, I want to say he had about 5 assists, or if they weren't an assist, it was basically my pass is what got you that bucket down the stretch. So I mean, it really comes down to truthfully how much Mike D'Antoni really allows for him to control the ball. because he can't operate off the ball. That's not really his game either. But at the same time, James Harden's been James Harden, so it's a tough position. And we said that
the
when
Thunder
they
have the
first
same
started.
problem. I mean, realistically, Westbrook and Harden have the same problem. Once you're off the ball, there's a lot of standing around.
Yeah.
It's like you have the ball in your hands so much, you're kind of tired. So you're like, oh, okay, you guys go mess around. But they don't even provide a good decoy.
Yeah. I'm in one spot. I'm not even spacing the floor. Yeah. But that's what I think in terms of Chris Paul. I think he's still very serviceable, especially too if the Warriors aren't playing lockdown defense, like they're allowing you to move and get where you want to be. We'll see. I think tonight's game will be close for a bit, and then the Warriors are gonna probably pull away.
But I also think one Warrior is definitely back after a terrible regular season. That's Draymond.
Yeah,
He's playing a lot better.
He's had a very good series so far.
Yep.
Very good. He still ain't hitting threes, but other than that, he's doing all the little
he doesn't
things.
need to hit threes.
He is super important to them as kind of like the engine defensively and just kind of keeping things moving. And he's been playing fantastic.
And you know what? Iguodala's been playing really good too.
Yeah.
I think that's another.
Sean Livingston hasn't been getting a lot of time. Like, he used to get a lot of those kind of in between minutes and really allow Steph. And I think maybe just because James and Chris Paul are on the floor so much, you kind of have to keep somebody else out there.
They've shortened their bench a lot in this series.
Yeah, they have.
Like the only guy
we saw them do that last year too.
The only bench player I've seen getting a lot of minutes this series is probably Looney.
Yeah, and it's like he's the one bench player I wouldn't play.
But it's
not a lot.
He's there
just
as a Capella to turn.
A little bit,
that's it.
Yeah. Just another body, another fresher body to throw out.
But realistically, like they're starting Iguodala and they're keeping him out there a lot of minutes. And James Harden's James Harden, but he plays great defense on James Harden. Yeah. And that's also fouls that Klay Thompson's not having to get, so Klay Thompson's not having to sit on the bench.
That's right.
So this year's healthy Iguodala versus last year's not healthy Iguodala.
That's true.
Makes a huge difference.
No, that's true. He wasn't healthy last year.
I can't see the Rockets beating them in this series. I can't imagine it.
Yeah.
No.
I'll go to my grave still saying last year was the window. Window closed.
Definitely. And we talked about it, like with Golden State playing the way they did, Steph missing layups, missing a dunk. That's your window. You had to win that game. They should have blown them out.
And they almost
that might have given them more confidence. But I think even in this win, Houston goes into tonight's game with not a lot of confidence because, like, we did everything we could, and we still win the overtime against a team that wasn't like Steph is missing everything.
And that's where I think it doesn't even give them more confidence. I think sometimes you get a win, but you don't feel good about the win because you know how bad they played, and you barely won.
That's what I'm saying. That's why.
And you still look at it, and the same thing I've said about this series still rings true. Kevin Durant is unguardable.
Yeah.
Unguardable.
They threw 4 straight matchups at him, and he cooked all 4.
Well, because
there's no one on the team.
There's no one
and you can't double team.
Your biggest thing with Durant now is when he plays and everything's coming to him in the flow of the offense, which is how he likes to play, so he doesn't force anything. Who can guard him?
Yeah.
I've seen him in Kawhi Defensive Player of the Year years. I've seen him cook Kawhi.
Yeah.
And Kawhi's playing great defense the whole time. But
I'm doing everything I can.
Do? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
He has everything in the toolbox. There is nothing you can throw at him that he can't counter. Nothing.
And like they've said with other players, you can't ever stop him. You can try to contain him. And I think Kawhi and Giannis might be the only people that even have a chance.
And the problem for them is on the other end, those guys are responsible for so much.
Yeah.
That it's just like
you don't want to get them in foul trouble either.
Yeah, exactly. If you're having to throw them on Kevin Durant in a series, I don't care how good a shape you're in. But I mean, speaking of Kawhi, Kawhi is having an amazingly efficient series right now.
Yeah.
He looks fantastic.
I think there was one game. Was it game 1 they lost? There was one game where he didn't look.
It was game 1.
Very good.
Who you talking about, Kawhi?
Kawhi.
Yeah, I mean,
and ever since then, it's just been like
Hubie was going on and on about him yesterday. Like he's just doing great things. He just it's just a marvel to watch.
Yeah.
Well, he really is though. He's playing fantastic defense as usual.
Mm-hmm.
He's shooting like a plus 60% from the field,
getting his teammates involved.
Yeah,
But I think that's like for basketball fans like us. That's what makes us really impressed with a player because we've seen everything.
Yeah.
But when a player can play at so many different places on the floor in one game and look that amazing everywhere he goes. Like we see Steph Curry shooting, he's making half-court shots, cool. It's amazing, but then when you see someone like Kawhi on the defensive end, mid-range game, three-point shots,
Just everywhere.
passing on shots that there was some where he's like, looks like he's wide open, but no, this dude's more open.
Even more open.
Well, where do you learn that?
With the Spurs.
Yeah.
I did have to think about it. I was like, from LeBron? No.
Listen, there's only one other team he's been on. And trust me, in 5 years, we're going to have to be like, oh, what was that other team he was on in between the Clippers and Spurs?
No, I think he'll always be a Spur.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh, you talking about Toronto?
Nobody's going to remember that he played in Toronto.
You don't think anybody's going to remember he played in Toronto?
Only if they make it.
Only
to the
if they're in
finals.
Toronto. Torontonians.
Drake will remember forever.
Torontians. What are they called?
Torontons?
Torontons? Torontites?
I think they're Torontoers.
Torontoers?
Yeah,
Okay.
think so. I'll Google it.
Yeah, do that.
That has to be Googled.
But yeah, he's gone. Unless they win the championship, but even if they do that, which they're not going to do that, but even if they did that, I think he's like, look, I brought Ken the championship. I'm out. What do you guys think?
You talking about
He would have to bring a
Kawhi.
championship.
No,
Even if you won a championship, do you think he would even stay? Because
I don't think it's possible to leave after you get a championship.
really,
Yeah, that's just.
wait,
Well, okay,
we
well,
got to stop.
alright,
That would mean
alright.
Kyle Lowry got a championship. That's never happening.
Well, here, no, you know what? I'll put it this way though. Really in a lot of these deals now, you really have to look at what the shoe deal money is, because for him to be in Toronto right now, I haven't been to Canada since he's been up there, so I don't know if they're selling his shoes in stores and all that. Because like that was a big thing for Jerome when Jerome was in Toronto. Reebok Canada, he had the entire country.
Yeah.
So, his shoe is being sold in Foot Lockers and Canadian Tire. I know you have no idea what Canadian Tire is.
Yeah, that's the tire place.
No, actually, it's their Walmart.
I was close. They sell tires there.
No, they have a small I was very disappointed in the tire department when I got in there. I was like, this isn't even remotely like, why would that be the title? But but it's sold countrywide.
Yeah.
And because you walk into Foot Locker out here, I don't see any Kawhis. But if they're being sold in Canada, there is something to be said about that.
Yeah.
And with him being up there, I mean, if Puma's giving him like 15, 20 a year,
New Balance.
thank you. He is with New Balance. You're right. I said
Yes.
Puma like 3 times. You're so right. If New Balance is giving him 15, 20 a year, I mean, he doesn't have to leave. He doesn't have to leave, and he's gonna get much more to stay. It's tough because Toronto does have a very fair shot to go all the way.
I wouldn't mind him staying. I just really don't think he will.
He's not going to
Well, I did I tell you guys about
KD and
the whole Clippers situation?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
But you could tell everybody else.
Well, all right, I'll say it. I just won't say where I heard it from. So,
I mean, I said it the other day on another show.
Yeah.
Let the ball bounce. So.
yeah, it's from a very, very well placed source in the Clippers organization that him and Kevin Durant are going to L.A.
I always thought he was going. The Durant. When you told me the Durant part, that shocked me.
Yeah, that one. I mean, the Durant part of it. I just, I guess I wanted him to stay, and especially if they're able to pull off this three-peat. Like, why do you leave? Why? I just,
Yeah.
I don't know. We're from a different generation where our players really didn't move. Like nobody moved. Like Scottie Pippen didn't move till he was 12 years in the league.
Well, until they blew up the whole team.
Yeah, like it was a wrap once he left.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was.
He wouldn't have moved in the midst of Michael Jordan and Phil Jackson being there.
No, never. That never even would have been a thought.
This was after Phil and Michael retired. They
Yeah.
had a lockout year.
Jerry West,
They blew it
Jerry
up.
Krause.
Jerry
Jerry
Krause
Krause
didn't want
just-
to pay anyone.
Yeah,
Jerry Krause pretty much made Jordan retire.
twice.
Yeah. I mean, he
That's wild. But, I mean,
players don't win championships, organizations do. That was Jerry Krause.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
And they've won a lot since Jordan retired. So, oh, wait, no, they haven't.
I was about to say, I don't know.
They've
I don't know
lost
about all
fans
that.
since Jordan retired, right? Because you got the Bull-ettes
That's true.
now.
Yeah.
But you used to have the
There's the Bulls,
the
but
Bulls,
the
but now it's
Bull-ettes.
the Bull-ettes.
Oh my goodness. Should we like
I like
actually
that.
start talking to people on the watch party? 'Cause
Go
I
ahead. Yeah.
think
you can
that
talk to
probably
them.
that probably would be good. Let's see.
I mean, are they asking questions?
Some are,
All
some
right.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw some
Um,
questions out to us.
let's
Yeah. If they got
see.
questions, you can answer them. You can give shout outs to my man
Let's see.
Goose Thomas from Let the Ball Bounce. He's live in the chat right now. My homegirl Leah, talking about pizza.
Somebody talking
She
about
knows the way
pizza?
to my heart. And Mo from Girl Chat Sports. What's up?
Who's-
Listen, we're here live. Hit us up 702-608-3259 if you want to call in and talk to us. Man, what else in the NBA right now? Cousins is talking about coming back for the playoffs. Now, my question to you guys is, first of all, do you think he really can? And if he can, well, not even if he can. Do you think he can? Do you think he will? And do you think it's smart?
Well, I think it's been said since his injury that the expectation was that he could be back for the finals. He will come back.
See, and I thought it was out
And
for
will
the
wanna
season when it
play.
first was announced. It
that
was like it
done.
was done
No,
for the season.
Yeah, they've said that the possibility was always there for him to come back for the finals.
Okay.
I mean, realistically, should he for himself?
No.
Probably not.
Unless
because the
you
risk
wanna
of further
say-
injury.
Yeah.
But it's
Unless you
but
want to
for him
say
it's-
I played for a championship, I
Correct.
didn't just watch.
that's the only thing I could say.
it's for him. It's we have to remember it's also image rehab.
Yeah.
He needs image
I-
rehab.
but I feel like he did that this year. Now it's really just the body rehab because now it's
I don't think around the league. I don't think that was enough.
I mean, look, was there any drama that came up surrounding Boogie this
Was
entire
there drama? No, but did
You
they
understand
look
what I'm
like
saying?
they played better with a great player like DeMarcus Cousins on their team? Also, no.
But we've also said on the show, and I know I've said it, like he didn't look right all year.
No.
Like he never looked good. So it wasn't like I don't know how
And
much of that
I think that's
I'ma
why he
put
tore
on
his quad because
he
he's not-
wasn't
he's not
really right.
yet, yeah.
He wasn't really right.
And that's
Yeah.
why I said they should have sat him out a lot longer, and maybe come back
Yeah.
in March, get in game shape, and then just play the playoffs pretty much.
that definitely makes me a little bit more nervous about John for sure. In terms of the Achilles, like it's like, yeah, I don't know. We might
Talk about
Well,
John
and he's-
Wall.
Yeah, and he's not going to be known to work out that hard. That's for sure.
Well, he still has a
hate
whole
John
other year
Wall.
out, like so he's still like
Well,
Yeah,
no,
but
it
the
happened around the
difference
same
is
time.
he's missing all next
Difference
year.
is Wall got that supermax. He's okay.
Yeah, he's fine. His money is
And the
is quite
team is
secure.
happy with that this year because you're getting a big chunk of that in insurance money.
I mean, he might do a Paul George comeback next year where he plays the last like 20 games, but he's not like.
Well, remember, no, but like, because he got hurt in December, so
But then
Boogie.
he got hurt again.
No.
Are you sure?
Because remember, he had the surgery.
Okay.
Well, no, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right. He tore his Achilles in January
Yeah.
Yeah.
because that happened.
And they said it was going to be 12 months
yeah, so that's at least putting you in January.
at
so,
least.
but I'm
But that's coming off 2 injuries.
yeah. At that point, I'm like, just shut
But
down the
he,
year.
he did minorly hurt himself after the surgery too, to where
Not the Achilles.
not the Achilles,
The
but
knee.
it's like it was just like a little.
It was a knee,
minor.
right, or foot? What was
Yeah,
what was
just
the original
Like some
surgery?
shower slip or something.
No, the shower slip was the
That was
Achilles.
the Achilles.
Oh, that's right.
Because he
Because
hurt
he had surgery and then
well, he had
tore
the
his Achilles.
heel. He had the heel
The heel,
issue
yeah, yeah.
because his heel was bothering him all year, and he needed surgery. And so then they ended up shutting him down because it didn't
Yeah.
look like a good year. And then he got hurt at his house, and sounded like he didn't want to say anything because he didn't want it to be as
Yeah.
bad as it was. So we'll see. I'm just saying, watching Boogie and then seeing that he wasn't right, and then ends up injuring himself again. I'm like, just go ahead and shut it down.
Yeah.
I'd rather you shut it down and be all the way right. But I mean, Corey Maggette, I really don't know. Corey Maggette last year, he tore his Achilles. That was the second time he had torn his Achilles. He came back the next Big 3 season and looked like Corey Maggette.
But you're talking about a very different situation.
No, I understand.
Talking about
We're
playing
not
twice a week or once a week.
once a week.
Once a week,
No
and a half
practice.
court, not a point guard who's completely reliant
On
upon speed and athleticism.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I can give you that. I'm just saying.
yeah, listen. It's
But that-
no,
but
I have
again,
no
that was
I have
the
no
second
actual
time.
disrespect to John Wall. I wish he was back playing well.
Yeah.
I want all the best players in the league healthy and playing.
Yep.
What in the world is going on in the party right now?
You tell me that's your party, bro.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what's going on in your
Do
party.
you like my party?
No, I don't know.
What's up?
My party's a little awkward.
Okay.
Then we'll
Tell
talk
us what's
about-
going on.
No. It's
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
tell you guys.
oh, okay. Go on.
Let me go to Josh's
Let's
watch
make it for
party.
good radio.
I don't
Oh,
see
boy.
anything going on in your watch party.
Well,
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there's some things.
Tyson is my homie too.
Yep. It happens. David, how are the kids doing?
Doing good. Been a little sick.
Oh, somebody sitting on Desiree?
Yeah, I mean things. Oh, yeah. Look. Desiree just texted me.
Oh my
Oh
lord.
my God, Desiree, I can't answer you right now. Moving on.
This is probably just a troll. You should block him.
How about
One mutual friend. His name is Brother Abdurham Al Hanbali. One mutual friend is Josh Williams.
that's right.
Yeah,
I guess
those
we're
are the
friends.
people you're supposed to block
No, I'm not blocking
because they're
anybody.
trolls.
No, he was asking a lot of questions. They were like
Okay.
legit questions, but
What,
All right.
what were his questions?
there's a lot going on in there.
Well, I mean, I would love questions.
No, it's all right. How about how about the NHL?
Why can't I
playoffs?
answer questions?
He said, I think Josh is a very classy and beautiful man.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
yeah,
That's not a question. That's a statement.
it's more of a statement.
Hi is happy with you. He's
Okay.
very lucky your husband.
Wait, what?
Sorry, I'm taken. Desiree is
Talking about
taken.
Desiree. Desiree's going back and forth.
You're so cute.
Oh, Desiree.
I'm single, never married before. You got Tinder happening.
Was it? We're
Love
having
connection.
love connect. Good job. I was going love connection
Yeah.
too.
Anyways, we'll be back in 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
No, we're not going
Woolery.
anywhere. I'm joking.
Nice, Chuck
Quan
Woolery.
Woolery.
Can we, instead of these mics, can we get you like one of the old
One
long
of
game
those
show
old,
mics?
those old,
With the
That-
really little like lollipop.
That Bob Barker. I'm like, Bob, get yourself a normal mic, dog. What is this mic, dog?
Listen, you need to help control the pet population. Have your pet spayed
Spayed
or
or
neutered.
neutered.
I miss him.
Oh.
If you ever turn it,
Bob's alive.
he's not on Price is Right anymore, so he's
That's
dead
right.
to me.
All right.
Bob Barker's still alive?
He is.
Didn't he die in Happy Gilmore?
No.
All right.
He was definitely still in
Chubb's
the air
died
then.
happy.
Listen, I
Gilmore.
don't know if you guys have accidentally switched to CBS during Price is Right,
Never.
but Drew Carey's on now,
Yeah,
and
he's been on for a long time.
and he's the most boring game show host
It's-
ever.
it's not
No,
even-
not even close. It's not
it-
even.
It's-
Okay, well, go ahead and spin the wheel.
Or not,
Maybe.
whatever.
I mean, whatever. We're here, I guess.
You can spin,
mean,
or
do what you
well,
want.
y'all, you just won $1 million. Go ahead
Whale,
and,
no whale, whatever.
listen, we got a phone caller live on the line. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Caller, are you there? Oh, there we go. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh, Desiree.
We knew that was coming.
I hear the chuckle.
Yes, I'm here.
What?
I am definitely here.
What?
What is going on?
Desiree, why are
I'm
you
trying to
always?
call.
Wait a
Let
minute.
her talk.
minute.
Let her talk.
Hold on
Let
a
her
sec.
talk.
First of all, I chimed in to make sure my list gets acknowledged and recognized. That's it. I
Well-
didn't call for any other shenanigans.
What's
What is going on here?
What's your list? What's your list?
I sent you my list. You didn't get it?
No, was it on? Is it you sent it in the watch party?
No, I personally sent it to you. Number 1
Oh,
was Eagles' upcoming season. Number 2
Oh,
was
her list of what
76ers
topics?
closing out. Yes.
no, wait. What did you send it on
Bring it up.
Facebook?
Well, you had posted that on Facebook.
Yeah, I didn't see. I didn't
Give us
see
your
anything
notes,
yet.
and
Yeah,
now-
I didn't.
So
see
now
anything.
she's calling with the list that Josh asked for.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
go ahead, Desiree.
Go ahead, Desiree. Now we've prefaced what your list is actually about. Okay, so the Eagles'
Okay,
upcoming
but wait,
season.
I have a. Okay, but why am I being harassed on your watch party? I don't appreciate that.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on in the watch party, Mom.
The
I really-
contents of the watch party
Yeah,
are not
it's-
the proprietary
is
rights
not-
of Josh
this-
Williams.
these are not
I'm
my
like,
feelings.
Wait. I literally made one comment and then I got bombarded with 15 questions. I'm like, oh, this is
Oh.
inappropriate. I can't deal with this right now.
I mean, give the guy a
There's a lot
chance.
going on.
You got to shoot
Desiree.
your
I'm
shot.
taking, Quan. I'm
wait a
taking.
minute. Wait a minute, Desiree. Why, literally, why is everyone always hitting on you on my stuff though? Because my other boy,
I don't
was like,
know.
"Oh, Desiree's the most
Yeah,
beautiful
he
thing
did the
ever," and I was like,
same
"Wait, what
thing.
just happened on my post? Like, what just happened?"
That's right.
Oh my god,
What's going on?
too funny. No, that's funny. All right, go ahead and give the list.
Anywho,
Give the list.
so per my list, the first thing was the Eagles' upcoming season, and second thing was Sixers closing out this series. I want to hear you guys' thoughts.
Okay,
I
let's
know you
jump.
guys
Closing
talked
out
about
this
it.
series.
Let's jump in on the Eagles first.
Yeah, how are you?
Football season is 5 months
Thank
away,
you.
so they probably no real talk. Like no, all jokes aside, they probably won't make the playoffs.
Ooh.
They have a very suspect quarterback. A very suspect quarterback.
Ooh.
They
Okay.
gave away
Wow.
the backup that was getting them to the playoffs, getting them to the Super Bowl.
That's fair.
Now,
We had no choice.
now they got a
we
John
had
Wall
no
type
choice.
quarterback.
Oh, wow.
Double shot.
wow.
Cheap shot.
That was an unnecessary shot.
Wow.
They'll be
We
better-
could
they'll
have
be
said
better
Joe
than Washington.
Montana.
And I
They'll be
think
better than
and
Washington.
I think they had a C+ draft.
Okay.
I didn't really pay
Anyways,
attention to your
no,
draft
I
that
don't
much.
feel the same.
Really?
I'm trying to figure out how the Eagles superseded your team that is currently in the playoffs.
Yeah, I thought that might come first.
That is just funny to me. That just always lets me know where your
I
head really
do
is
that.
at.
It's for a purpose. It's just a purpose. Let you know my heart and my head though at
Oh.
all times.
You're always green.
But because the reason why I supersede that because I already know one we should have already had this series closed out. For whatever reason, we let Toronto just continue to keep
hang
coming in. We're
around.
not playing our full game. Yeah,
Well, I
it's
mean,
ridiculous. I'm
Joel-
like, you guys
Joel Embiid-
close out this series.
Embiid, like whenever he isn't feeling well, you guys don't play well.
Plus, he's
Right.
out of shape.
It reflects.
That's
reflects.
the not feeling well. It's just
Yeah,
like
he's out of shape.
Joel
you
needs
guys-
a load management day.
You had somebody who had the ball twice with the period running out, with the clock running out in the period, and everyone on the other team knows that there's no way he's taking the shot from where he's at because Ben Simmons cannot take a he has to go for a layup. There's 2 seconds left. He has no passing lane, and he doesn't even attempt an outside shot.
Ben
Like,
Foltz.
I'm sorry. Ben Simmons, if he does not develop a shot, is gonna be
I
exactly what he
know.
is right now, and nobody's gonna really want him on their team.
Good player. Never won him in the playoffs.
Or he could turn into Giannis. Who knows?
Right.
Giannis will take
I
a
feel like-
3-point shot and make
I
them.
also feel like Giannis is working a lot harder on his game than Ben Simmons is.
No,
Ben
I can,
Simmons
I
is
can
working on
definitely
being
give you
famous.
that. I can definitely give you that.
Ben Simmons feels like he has enough physical ability. Like no one has really gotten to him and
Like-
been like, "Listen,
You need to work.
you need to get better."
And isn't that
Yeah.
what we talked about with him coming out of college?
Well,
That's
you're
exactly
right,
what we
but I
talked
think I feel I'm pretty sure someone's talked to him about it. I mean, it's recognizable he needs to work on it. He needs to put his 10,000 hours in the gym. I totally
Good job. Way to
am,
bring up the quote from the game. That's nice work.
so
You
I
only
can show you that I'm
need
actually
60
watching.
hours to
Is
get a
that what you
pilot's
want?
license.
But it's true. It's definitely true, and I agree. I definitely agree. But I just think that even now, think about it. If we are where we're at now, right, where Embiid's at, where Simmons is at, and we can come through like we came through on game 2 and 3, where we're killing them by 30 and 40, and we're playing our game, we're boxing out, we're rebounding. Imagine that, like you're right. Imagine that as full potential. But we're killing people now where we're at, but we can't finish. That's the problem. So that's the catch-22 that we're in right now. Like when we're playing well, what we have, we're great. We're unstoppable. But
Well,
the
you
minute
don't.
that
The reason, but
Embiid's tired or
the main reason, Desiree, that you guys don't finish is because just like I feel like, truthfully, like Milwaukee, you guys haven't been in those situations really where you have a closer.
since enough.
I guess Jimmy Butler technically could be that person, maybe
Right.
sometimes.
He's a little
I like
passive,
it.
to be
I
honest. I
like
think he's more passive than he should be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, but that actually, you know what? Do you think Jimmy Butler should stay in Philly?
He's gone.
He's not going to.
I feel like he should stay.
He's gone.
I think he should stay.
I don't think
I
Philly.
think he should stay.
I don't think.
Hanging out with LeBron.
I don't think
Oh, I
Philly's gonna
agree.
want to. I don't think Philly's gonna want to pay him.
I think he really does like Embiid. Like, I think he really does get. I think the two
Right.
of them
I
actually
think they
legitimately do get
have
along.
a good relationship. Right, exactly.
But
and
I
that's
think-
what you need. You need the chemistry on and off the court. You don't need
Yeah.
it just on the
I
court. You
think
need
he
both. And
does-
I think they even like their post game interviews. Look how they talk and joke. And, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah,
I know
no, I
it's
give
just
you
an
that.
interview, but you know what I'm saying? Like you can see that there's chemistry
Yeah,
beyond
but-
just on the court.
But the thing is, I think he does like Embiid. Your problem is that Simmons, for them to achieve higher, you need to deal Simmons.
Deal Simmons?
Ooh.
It's never going to work out.
But who are you getting?
I don't know about
What
that.
are you
It's
getting?
never going to work
No,
out.
no, no.
Wait,
I don't know
but
about
who?
that.
But who are you? But like, all right. So
Trade
who
Simmons.
and what
Trade
are you
Simmons.
getting? Who are you? Who are you giving him? And then what do you like? What do you want back?
And what
out
are
of
you
that
getting
deal?
back?
Well,
What do you want
realistically,
back?
I would put personally, I'd make Simmons the centerpiece of an Anthony Davis deal.
No.
Why not?
Anthony Anthony
Well,
Davis.
then you're back
No,
to 4 years.
no.
Now we're back in the process. You got 5 bigs again.
Right.
Anthony Davis is special.
Davis and Embiid, though.
Yeah, you can make that work.
No.
No.
Davis and Cousins work.
We didn't see
Did?
that work. We didn't see that work.
But
not agreeing. I
overall,
don't
it doesn't
like it.
matter whatever deal you're talking about.
Okay.
They're never going to make the deal anyway. They're going to stick with Ben Simmons. Problem is, Ben
To their
Simmons.
detriment, maybe.
Ben Simmons wants that love. He's never going to get that love as long as Embiid is there and healthy, which is probably only a couple more years. But still, Ben Simmons wants to be the
Wow.
guy. He's not the guy. Embiid's the guy.
Yeah.
Flat out, plain and
Yeah,
simple.
he is.
Ben
That's
Simmons
true.
doesn't realize
right.
that.
But if Simmons
true.
wants to be the guy, with
I
Embiid
give you
being
that.
a health risk,
Like,
he needs to
Kill.
make himself be the guy.
He has the
Yeah.
opportunity to.
You- like,
he has
But
It's
I,
all
I
right
think
there.
to Dave's
Right.
point, I don't think he has that in him
Yeah.
to do that.
He seems really content
It's
with
on the fence.
his level of achievement.
And
To
I
me.
like
So
Simmons.
wait a
Listen,
minute,
I think he could be great.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't,
Okay, but what if he has the opportunity to come out and take over that spot, right? Just hypothetically, you don't think he could get to there and achieve? I think
No.
He hasn't shown it. He
hindering
hasn't
himself.
shown it,
You
though.
have to shoot shots.
he looks
But I
exactly
think,
the same
I
as
think
last
it's
year.
because he's young.
Yeah.
I think it's because he's young-minded. He's a child. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, basketball-wise.
How old
You
is
know,
he,
it's
though,
almost
now?
like, oh,
24?
No, he's not that old.
24.
He's like 21.
No.
He's like 22.
24.
He,
Yeah.
he only played 1 year in
Wait,
He's also Australian.
he played 1 year overseas.
That's all I have to say.
And yeah, overseas, and he came as a true new freshman.
But no,
He's like
he's
23. I was giving
Remember,
23.
He's
Jonah-
22.
Jonah
22.
Bolden.
He'll be
Jonah
20.
Bolden cost us a championship in
Just-
Finley.
He'll be
on that
23. He'll
Australian
be
stuff.
23
Like
in
I said,
July.
just remember, he grew up in a basketball household with a professional basketball playing father.
That's right.
Right.
So you're talking
Right.
about somebody, when you
Right.
look at other people with that pedigree, who are you thinking of?
Right.
Kobe Bryant,
Right.
Steph
Kobe
Curry,
Bryant. Right.
all these
Yeah.
other guys
Right.
who knew how to put work
No, the
into their
dedication
game.
Yeah.
And I
But
feels
you
like
know what,
he's
you know
been
what
given
the topsy-turvy is of that?
I'm just saying,
The
I feel
other
like
side
he's
of that
been
is. Go ahead.
I just said I feel like he's been given the deluxe package of skills
Yeah.
and physical ability,
Mm-hmm.
and it feels like he knows he's an all-star now
Yeah.
Right.
without working.
Yeah.
So he's like
I
that
don't
guy
have to
that's like,
work.
Right.
I don't have
you
to
know
work.
what? I could
Right.
be the
I don't have to put in
valedictorian,
that-
or I
right.
could party every night,
and
get
be
all
a-
B's,
get
and I
B's,
still get
and
my
I'm-
degree.
And I'm good. Yeah.
Still get my
Right.
degree.
and that's
very
where
true.
he's at. That's where he's at mentally. Right.
And I'm not
I
sure
agree.
that's going to
I give you
change.
that.
I mean, yes, he's young, but what proof?
Right.
Just the fact that he has not worked, clearly has not worked on his shot at all.
At all.
Right.
Like even a little bit does.
It's frightening.
like
We thought we'd see him come back
agree.
this
Yeah.
year with some sort of.
some 15.
He's at least
did.
trying a
I
mid range
so
or
if-
something.
15.
If we could pull tape from last year, I think I said this. I was like, he's gonna work. He's gonna be in the gym. Some better. I'm pretty sure.
And he
sure
made
there's
you a
audio
liar.
of me.
He made you a liar. Is what he did.
Wow, wow, wow.
He's hanging out with those Kardashians,
did.
man.
Yeah,
He's
hey,
not interested in the
that's-
gym.
Oh,
That's where- yeah.
Don't do that.
Hey,
Don't.
did it.
he
I
did
didn't do it. He
we
did it.
didn't do anything.
Don't
should know
blame
better.
Dave. Don't blame Josh's notifications.
Oh.
Blame Ben Simmons.
Oh.
Don't
Oh,
blame Josh
God.
Jenner over there.
And he didn't
Nah.
even get the cute one. Like, what are you doing, boy? Good Lord.
Oh
Wait,
no.
hold on.
Because they're young.
Which one's the cute one, Josh?
I mean, there's a couple.
Mhm.
If, in his age
There's a
bracket, it's
couple.
Kylie. And she's a billionaire. I'm sorry. I'd have to move. Look,
That
me
makes her gorgeous because she's
me-
a billionaire.
What? Look, if you're an 8 and you're a billionaire and I can put a baby inside you like Travis
Wow.
Scott,
You're
you
a
have
5.
you have
If you're a 5 and
immediately
you're a
jumped to
billionaire.
a 12. Like,
If
what
you're
are we
a 5
talking
and you're a
about?
billionaire.
What are we
Wow.
talking about? Oprah's
I
on
guess-
Oprah's
I
on the
guess
ledger
that's-
if things happen. Look here, man. Every man, look, I'm Ted DiBiase. Every man has his price.
Listen, I don't think Gail's going to
Not
let you get
Gail.
anywhere near Oprah.
Welcome to Guerilla Cross
Nah.
Radio.
Okay.
We
Hey,
promote
hey.
Christian hip hop
Hey,
and
I
sports
didn't
and
say anything out of
and
bounds.
putting babies in millionaires.
Hey,
Billionaires.
Billionaires.
Billionaires is not
Billionaires.
with
acceptable.
a B.
Billion.
Yeah, millionaire, not so much. I mean, it.
What if it's like 855 million air?
Ooh, then
yeah.
you got to think about it.
Oh,
It's
no,
close to a
Lord.
billion.
it's very,
Ew.
very close.
Okay.
Josh said, ooh.
You guys
Very
are-
close.
I can't with you guys.
Depends on what the.
I have
what,
to go. My daughter's daughter's recital starting. I gotta go, guys.
Oh my God! Bye, Desiree. That was the best part of the whole call.
I gotta go.
Oh, Desiree.
I have to go. I'm on the phone. All these people are looking at me. I'm in the library.
There's like 40 people there.
I have to go and try to check in at TSA.
Ma'am, we're gonna need to take your phone, ma'am. This is out of hand.
Man, we've asked you 3 times. Please get off the phone.
I'm on the radio. That is too
Oh
good.
man.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. This series, I mean, she seems to think that Philly has this in control, but I mean, it's
I see no true signs of that,
It's a
especially with the way
2-2
Kawhi's
series.
playing it.
I think it. Look, when
Kawhi's not
Embiid-
just gonna go out. I mean,
no,
this is-
no, not at all.
And-
Unless
and-
Uncle Dennis tells him to.
And listen, I think that whole Siakam fake injury, where he put his leg out and tripped Embiid, and then they're like, "Oh, he might not play. He's doubtful." I think that was all BS.
That was crap. That fool was in the game and looking
Listen,
just fine.
Yeah.
Unless the injury report in the playoffs says you are definitively out, I'm planning on you being there.
Yeah,
There's no such thing as doubtful to me in the
Especially
playoffs.
not the
calf.
playoffs.
Especially
Yeah,
calf. It'd have
calf.
to be something like
And
he
they're like,
dislocated his finger. Like,
And they're like, they
maybe.
think he
Is
did
it the
on this
thumb?
injury or this play when he tripped Embiid and act like he didn't trip him.
That was
He didn't
horrible.
act well like he didn't trip him.
Yeah, because you stuck your leg out like you were a dog going.
He
going
looked
up
like
to
he was doing
fire
a yoga
hydrant.
pose. He
Yeah,
just like,
That's too funny.
it's like, did I get him? Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm holding my pose.
Yeah, it doesn't even look good enough to be in WWE.
Right.
The acting. Was so
Oh, no,
bad.
they'd make it look far better.
Yeah, that was bad.
Oh, my
But I don't know, man. I'm going. I think I picked Toronto in this series.
You
But
did. No, you did.
I think it's a good series to watch.
Yeah, it's very entertaining for sure.
I think there's definitely there's 3 series going on right now where you could make a definitive argument to me about either team winning.
Yeah, and one series is over.
We can talk about this. The Bucks are going to work right
in
now.
Boston.
They're
dominating them in both games in Boston.
Kyrie just blew another layup that it was
But listen,
not
they-
even a super hard layup.
Bucks
Milwaukee
are a
did
good
this, I
team.
think, game 2 in Milwaukee, where like it's a close game all the way middle of the third quarter. We look at the score at the end of the third; they're up by 20.
Yeah.
And it was like a tie game or like a 2-point game
Yeah.
before that. So I just don't think they can outlast Milwaukee. That's what this series has shown me.
Yeah.
They could not play with Milwaukee for 4 quarters.
and
And everybody was tripping out when Milwaukee lost the first game. I'm like, it's a series.
I was.
Get that first game out of the way. Yeah, you like, I told you so.
I said
You
they
did
were
a
going
Paul
to win.
Pierce. You pulled a Paul Pierce on us. And
I
you act
said
like
they
the
were gonna
series was
win.
over because of that.
Well,
I
yeah,
said
you
they
should
were
have
gonna
felt bad
win.
once Paul Pierce said what he said.
I don't.
Once
pay
Paul
attention
Pierce agrees to
Pierce.
you, that's the worst.
It's not
Yeah.
good. It's not good. You have to be very strong in your convictions.
Yeah.
At that point,
That man looks like a turtle.
you leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Just because he was a wizard.
No. Me and Paul Pierce have beef, like way back beef.
Really?
Then why do you want me to leave him alone?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Let Dave going on. Let Death Star Dave
fair
going on
enough.
Paul
He
Pierce.
looks like a turtle. I didn't make him that way.
Hey, I didn't tell him to stop bending his knees on his jump shot
Turtle,
either. But
turtle.
Things happen in
Wow.
life. Oh yeah, no. Me and Paul have beef.
From what?
He was always not. He's not a nice person. He's very ornery. And so like, I don't
Ooh,
know.
that sounds
I
like
mean, you kind of see him on
that sounds
TV.
like a
it
code
looks
word.
like that.
I'm kidding.
Oh.
It's a joke.
No, like I mean, like no, in basically,
Because
all right.
Jalen checks him all the time, and I love it.
Yeah, well, I'll
He's
put,
horrible on TV.
He's garbage.
I'll put it to you like this.
I
Like,
don't think he'll be on TV next year. I
like
think he's so bad.
who? Paul Pierce?
Paul Pierce.
Yeah. I
Well,
wouldn't-
who are they replacing him with?
Anybody.
Well, Vince
Smush
isn't retiring, so
the
it's not
Smush
Vince.
Parker,
the
Black Widow. I mean,
I was gonna say the ghost of Stuart Scott, but that probably would be wrong.
Oh,
That would probably be wrong. Oh, I broke Quan.
Oh no!
I
That's
broke
what,
Quan.
that's what it took.
That broke him.
That's what it took.
Quan has left. he had to take
You know
a
what's
walk.
funny is if I was Stuart Scott, I could still see him.
See, that took it too far. But look. So no, like,
Dave, you just don't give up.
Qua-
You don't ever give up.
like basically, like,
Jimmy
all
B
right,
told me.
family members.
Just
If you're
Justin
a family member
of
of a
Stuart
player,
Scott? Yeah,
no,
they probably turned off the
no,
radio
no,
show.
I'm talking
Oh.
about in the NBA. Like,
Okay.
so if you're in the NBA family, like, you don't have to be nice to everybody. You don't even have to be friendly to everybody. But once you realize that okay, this is someone inside the circle, you're at least cordial. You say hello, whatever. And like, he just was always a douche. Like, to be fair.
Well, Also, to be
And-
fair, he got stabbed multiple times
No, true,
and could
true,
have died.
true. No,
So he might not
did.
trust people. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
Dave?
no, he actually said that. He actually came out and said that, like in I feel like in his Players Tribune article last year. I feel like he like
Oh, I didn't read it.
he touched on that. He did touch on that, but
Did he touch on the wheelchair? And did he give the explanation for that?
no, that'll.
I
go
love
to
the story that he had like stomach distress and like diarrhea. That's one
Stomach
of the
distress?
that's one of the urban legends.
Oh,
and there's people
God.
that swear you could see like brown on the back of his shorts.
Oh, that's tragic.
Stop
That's
it.
bad.
I mean, it would make more sense than the current going theory, which is that he was clearly faking it.
Well, what was the injury? Like it was like his calf.
No
or
one
something?
knows.
No, we knew at the time. I can't remember what, like, because he injured something.
He held something,
He
but
like something, and
Like
then that
an
was the reason
ankle
why.
or
Yeah,
something,
that was the reason why they had
His
to wheel him
uterus.
back. But like but because that was the whole thing with the hopping. Like it was like, wait, didn't you just strain your calf?
Somebody
like
cracked it.
now you
Somebody
hopping and
cracked it.
skipping
Hey,
back on
but
the
now
court.
that
Somebody cracked his shell.
hey, but doesn't that make sense though? Dave's conspiracy theory that if that because
He had to
listen,
drop a
you know
deuce.
when you don't feel good, oh
Had to
man,
drop a deuce.
but when you come out of that,
Oh, yeah, I've jumped out of the stall like that multiple
yeah,
times.
you
I've
feel
never-
30 pounds lighter. You
30
feel like I
pounds
could,
lighter,
I
but
could
I'm
take
not
on the world.
I'm not skipping, and I'm and I've got a
It
jock strap
depends
on.
what
It's
you're
just
doing.
not a good look.
That should haunt him for the rest of his days. That whole thing, because it just looks so. Because he's just like, ah.
Listen, if they didn't win that game, it would have been a
Oh,
different
that
story.
would have been tragic.
I can't believe I'm doing this. Kobe tore his Achilles, went up and hit two free
Two
throws.
free throws.
Paul Pierce looked like he got shot,
Yeah.
wheelchaired off, and then came skipping back on the court with
Trying to
no
be Willis,
injury that
trying to-
anyone's ever been able to diagnose.
Trying to be
Ever.
Willis Reed, like, yeah, Kobe definitely
bad.
had Kobe
More
definitely
like
had
Willis
some
from Different
moments.
Strokes.
What you talking about, Willis?
Oh boy, oh boy. We're gonna shut this down.
Yeah,
so
hit
we
us
can
up.
catch the end of this game. I think that's what we're gonna do.
Wow.
Oh wow, are you running the show now?
No, I mean I feel like it's 7 minutes left.
My man Cream said Josh stabbed Paul Pierce. Cream, we miss you.
No, we don't. Dave
I
misses
miss
you.
it.
Dave misses
Dave
you
loves
a
you
lot.
3000.
You like it?
I love you, Cream.
Oh man.
No hate from my side, even though you're a Rockets fan. That's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, their love is so deep that they're roommates, but Dave has a second house with his wife.
Me and him, it's like perfect strangers. You just got to figure out which one's the Balky.
Oh, they're the odd
Their
couple
love is
for
so
sure.
deep
They're the odd couple.
that their theme song as a tag team was Ebony and Ivory.
The real version, or like the Saturday
The
Night
Saturday
Live
Night
one?
Live version.
Did you guys catch any of the Adam Sandler on Saturday Night Live?
Not a bit of it.
No, it was actually pretty good.
I did in 93. Anyways, back to sports.
It's pop culture. I was trying to give you some.
Did he start?
No, he didn't. His Opera Man was strong. He broke out Opera Man, and I was very, very happy.
Wow, he pulled back Opera Man.
I was very happy.
What
with
a
that.
classic!
That
Oh,
was,
you know a really good actor that came out with a new movie this weekend? Seth Rogen. He's been the same character in every movie. I don't know how he exists.
he clowned Seth Rogen, and basically that he's like, how are you a schlub? He actually did that when he was doing Opera Man. He was like in a schlub, starred with a beautiful woman, in a in a rom-com. He's like, how the heck did this happen? And then they posted like his 4 movies with Jennifer Aniston and Marissa Tomei. Like it was funny anyway.
And all kinds of other women.
Yeah, he's had a good run. He definitely had. What's her name? The girl in Don't Mess with Zohan. Oh, she's phenomenal.
You watched that?
Don't Mess with Zohan wasn't bad.
Okay, we need to move on before
my
we lose
Lord.
viewers. I want to apologize on behalf of Guerilla Cross, the whole
The
staff.
opinions of
anybody
Josh
that
Williams
does a radio
are
show
not
here,
reflected by the
uh,
Guerilla Cross Network
at
or
all.
anyone else that's ever met him or known him.
Listen.
or anyone that's ever
Listen.
met a gorilla.
Now I'm offending gorillas.
Magilla Guerilla called. He
Oh my
was so upset.
Sigourney
not bring-
Weaver is rolling over in her grave.
Great baby. You went to Magilla Gorilla though?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Rampage is rolling over in his grave.
Oh my god.
Super Mario
Donkey
is rolling over in
Donkey
his grave.
Kong, Diddy Kong, whole Kong family.
Peakongy.
Oh my god.
Oh man, Tony Stark died.
Oh,
I said
That's a
spoiler.
drive-by.
that was an uncalled for
It's a
shot
drive-by
across
spoiler.
the bow. is what
Listen,
that was.
I said we were gonna drop. I said spoiler alert.
Ooh.
The title of the show is spoiler alert. Endgame.
Man, you went right to the heart of it. You
That's
didn't even.
messed up.
You didn't even like give a
Oh my
warm
lord!
up.
I didn't get a chance to protect
If they
everyone.
haven't seen it by now,
There was no preheat.
they know what's up.
You
Well,
came straight Nolan
I-
Ryan.
I hate to let you loose on this one, but even the Russo brothers finally lifted it today. They're like, okay,
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
So
Today,
they
today
lifted
was
the
the today was the
Today
limit.
was the day. You could talk about Tony Stark. You can talk about. Close your ears. Spoiler alert.
What else?
Black Widow.
Oh, Black Widow dying. Yeah,
That was harder for me than Tony Stark. When she said,
what?
yeah, that was harder.
because she's hot.
She had a great moment, though. I mean, it was a
That
great
was-
moment.
No, Tony Stark. Tony
Let
Stark
go
was
of me.
Tony Stark's like he was comic relief. Like he was perfect for that character.
No, I'm saying
His-
the moment it happened, though. I'm not saying as far as maybe the character
Oh,
is
like
concerned. I'm
later
just saying,
on?
like, no, as it happened, I'm like, that one. I
almost
think
fell.
that was more dramatic, too. Here's the thing. I knew Tony Stark was going to die in this movie. Like, I knew it.
He had to. He made the whole thing happen. He made
Exactly.
it all possible. He,
Yeah.
And even if you look at previous movies, there's lines. It's so crazy hearing some of the lines, like, after you know what's up, that, well that's
I was
that's
like,
in
oh!
the movie. That's in the movie.
That was so great.
But
I was
I
like,
mean, just even previous movies,
snap,
it's
Doctor
just like,
Strange
wow.
did it on purpose. Oh,
course.
that was deep.
You didn't realize that?
It was.
That's the whole thing.
No,
He-
I know, but
this was the one way it worked.
I didn't realize.
He
I didn't
gave it
realize that.
away.
Yeah, he gave it away so then they could get it
Yes,
back.
correct.
That was dope.
Correct.
That was dope.
It just that you just now got it.
You
or
just
no,
got
I
that?
got that in the
okay.
theater, but like
Are
it
you
was
sure?
no.
I don't know, man.
Dave,
I saw a
it-
reaction from somebody that
it
just
looked
got
good.
it.
Look like surprise right
no,
now.
the one
I saw
when
the
he-
light bulb
when
flicker.
When he
It
did
did.
the one, I was like, it all. Well, that and then also when the bald girl was like,
The
Oh.
bald girl.
well, was she in
The
the
ancient one?
was she in the Doctor Strange, the
Yes.
original Doctor Strange? Shoot,
Yes.
I had no idea who she was. She was just this
Listen,
bald chick.
Oh, my Lord.
name the Marvel or in the Avengers series the movies you have not seen.
The only Thor I saw was Ragnarok. I didn't see the other two Thors.
Wow, you're missing a lot.
I know. I like the main characters. Like I always was more of a main character person. So
Thor's
I-
definitely
Thor's not a
main.
main character?
he is. Well, no. Like I feel like now he is much more of a main character to me. Like Thor was never one of my favorite characters to
Coming
read.
up in comics.
Yeah, like so he was never one of my guys. So I never was like, oh, I gotta go see Thor.
Seen all the Captain Americas, right?
Yeah, I saw all the Captain Americas. I saw the Iron Man. I mean, I saw this version of Spider-Man.
All the
so,
Guardians.
No. Because Guardian.
You're missing a
Did you
No,
see,
no.
didn't
did you
the
so
see
look-
Black Panther,
Guardians.
Josh?
Stop. Anyway, so
When
Guardian.
did he see it though?
A month later.
You were the last black person I know
that's all
to
right.
see it.
And what did I do? I gave you a full book report,
You did.
all the way to meanings.
Jack
and
Black
everything.
saw it before you did.
That's-
Blackjack side before you did. All 21 of them.
21.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh god. but yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm missing some. I have to go back and rewatch. I didn't see
Yeah.
any of the Ant-Mans, so I
You
missed
can
that.
skip The Incredible Hulk.
No, see, and I saw
I like the
Incredible
Hulk.
Hulk.
I like the Hulk.
I
a lot.
saw those.
I am glad that Edward. I could not imagine Edward Norton in this universe.
No,
anymore,
it never would have worked.
Yeah,
Which I
you're
loved
right.
him in Incredible Hulk when I first saw it. But
Yeah,
now,
Mark Ruffalo was so much
He
better.
did
now,
it. He did a good
now
job.
watching back on it. Well, the Incredible Hulk movie was a lot darker though. I think it was a
Yeah.
darker version of everything. But
Yeah.
then it became more comical. There was hardly any comic relief in the Incredible Hulk movie.
Yeah, no,
Because
you're
I
right.
loved him in it at first because he's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah,
But I couldn't imagine him on screen chemistry with Tony Stark.
wouldn't
and-
have worked.
and
not
Chris
the way.
Evans.
Yeah, not the way
No.
their relationships evolved.
Yeah.
His just his personality wouldn't have worked.
And I don't think that would have, not even just on screen. I just don't think like behind the scenes that would have worked.
Probably not.
'Cause
Mark Ruffalo was a nobody when this movie first came out.
Uh,
Well, not
nobody.
a nobody. I shouldn't say that by any means, but
Yeah.
this definitely, this really boosted. I mean, it boosted almost all of their careers, really. Chris Evans boosted him.
Yep. Well, it certainly boosted
Uh,
Robert Downey Jr.'s bank account.
Yeah, for sure. He
Yeah,
what did
his
he
whole
make?
life,
I think he made like 100 and some change off of this one.
I mean, listen, before
we
Iron
don't even
Man,
know how much he's made off of this one. He made it at least 75 off in Infinity War.
and before Iron Man, they thought he was done. I mean,
Yeah.
he spent time in jail, and
They had to fight,
he had a
like
rough
Jon
life.
Favreau had to fight for him because he
Yep.
knew he was right, and he was right.
He made
None
the right
of
call
none
there.
of this because Iron Man, realistically, now that you look at it, none of this works without him.
Yeah.
He was so perfect that you'd see him in like award shows and stuff like that. After a little while, he just kind of
Became
him and
Iron
Tony
Man.
Stark were like the same person. So
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, Tony Stark's just Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
who he is.
Yeah.
He just
And-
walks
and
around
who
like this
else,
all the time.
If it wasn't for him, who else would have been in that uniform?
I don't know.
Well, back in the day, it was supposed to be Tom Cruise. That would have never
Oh my
worked.
gosh.
Thank
In the
God.
90s, that's what it was supposed to be.
Thank God.
They talked about that for
Tom
years.
Cruise, Keanu Reeves.
Thank God.
Yeah.
There's a bomb on my chest.
Hey, he's John Wick now. That's all right.
Listen, his John. I
The
love him
greatest
as
of
John
heroes.
Wick. I love him as John Wick. He was definitely the same actor in every movie before that.
He has to be.
He's Keanu Reeves. I am excited
There's a
about Bill
bomb
and
on the
Ted though.
bus.
Bill and Ted is going to be good.
Yeah, I
times.
think it will be actually. Now, did you guys see Howard Duck?
Howard the Duck.
Howard the
yeah,
Duck
yeah.
in,
He was in the big battle scene. There's a quick shot. You see Howard the Duck like coming at him with the gun and everything.
Shut up. No, I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
yeah, he's there.
Fair enough.
But I mean, we all know from
I mean,
right
for
around
those of
that.
us that have only seen it once,
I only saw it once.
I've only seen it.
But
a few times.
I know my theater was probably like everybody else's theater. Everybody's theater cheered at exactly one moment.
oh, well, once those portals started opening up,
I'm not even
'Cause
talking
he's
about when
talking
the portals
about-
open up.
Tell me what you want. What you really want. Girl power.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
what are you talking
Oh,
about?
that was a great moment. But when Captain America has the hammer, man,
Oh,
Every theater went
yeah,
crazy on
yeah,
that
yeah,
moment.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was good.
Thor's just like, I knew it.
yeah.
I knew you could do it. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, that moment you're like,
The part when he tightened up the shield though, and it's like 1 on a million. I was like, oh, Cap needs help. Someone get Cap some help.
Yeah, but you
And-
knew
and
that
then- and then
because
you-
that was in every trailer.
Yeah, and then you hear the voice in the headphones.
On your left. Like, oh, somebody's here.
Get a little emotional right there too. Everyone comes back.
Yeah,
Everyone.
that was emotional for sure because it was like
They
the
even rolled
world-
Angela Bassett out there.
Really, the
Listen,
whole
no,
world.
I don't know
came
what
out.
she was doing, but
Angela,
she
what
was
are
just
you-
sitting there wearing a gigantic hat.
What are you doing here, Angela?
It's like, you have no powers. Your daughter's super smart. Your son's the Black Panther. What are you doing here?
This is too dangerous for you, my queen.
Yeah. It's like, this doesn't seem like a good spot for you.
She stepped out and went right back in after a
Yeah, she's
cameo.
like, you guys good?
Okay.
I
Back
was
in
just
the-
here to bring my kids.
Back in the portal. Back in the
I had the
portal. I
carpool.
go.
I had the
Just want to make
carpool.
sure my kids got to school okay.
Oh my goodness.
I had the carpool from Dusttown.
From Dusttown. Oh,
We didn't even know
man.
she was dead.
Oh my goodness.
Man.
Got somebody?
No.
Fair enough. I see Jersey.
Next show
I
coming.
start asking questions.
Yeah. But, I mean, I loved it all 3 times.
I got to see it again.
And definitely, I mean, I saw it in IMAX 3D, so
Yeah.
it was,
Ooh.
Not the 3D, but I did catch IMAX. There's certain things I have to do, and that is one of them.
Yeah.
Superhero stuff I have to catch in IMAX. I'm glad I didn't see Shazam in IMAX though. That
and
would have been a
I
waste.
don't understand why people watch the bootleg on the internet.
Some people just can't stop themselves.
It's like, why waste a movie like I don't even think I could watch it like a movie I've seen on bootleg.
Let alone a movie that
Let al-
means so much.
Yeah. Like one of the most important movies of our lifetime, one of the best war movies ever.
It's up there.
Yeah.
That's not even being.
Now, where do you
like-
place that? Where do you guys place Endgame in the
Oh boy, it's tough to even separate it because you need all the other movies to have Endgame. So
Yeah.
it's almost like it's all of them.
I mean, it's one
and it's
big
totally
story,
separate.
obviously. Yeah.
It's the perfect ending. Truthfully.
It was.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like it, you know, just because it's right now, you don't want to say it's the best movie ever. Or, oh my God, you know how you don't want to be a prisoner of the moment in those situations. But to Dave's point, you need everything for it to make sense.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good. It was very, very well done.
So
It was
where
well-crafted.
would you put it
I think
with your
that-
Marvel movies? Not greatest of all time.
Yeah, no, I
as
think
far as all movies.
in
but-
terms of in all time movies.
no. I say
Oh.
I said not that.
Oh, in terms of the universe, I feel like Infinity War and Endgame are 1A, 1B, however
Yeah.
you wish to put them. Just because of Infinity War, nobody thought that he's about to dust the whole world. I didn't see that coming.
Universe.
I will always remember the reaction in the movie theater when that happened.
Got real
and then
quiet.
and then it just
Not
goes
even
ghost.
quiet. People were
Like-
like people really thought like I felt like it was real life. We watched like people we knew,
Like
just
Not
wait, they can't
Spider-Man.
die. Like
Spider-Man.
it was very
That was a
emotional
tough
in
one.
there. Yeah,
That was a tough one.
that one hurt. Like
Mr. Stark.
yeah.
I don't
feel
feel
so
too
good.
yeah. That's
Man, that was a rough one.
That was tough.
They really held that one out too. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
Dave. Where do you put it?
somewhere near the top, along with Infinity War. 'Cause I don't think you can really separate them.
Yeah.
It's way up there. It's way up there. Because, but like I said, you
You got
have
a
to
top
have
five?
everything else. Well, my top 5 before was always Ragnarok was in there, Winter Soldier was in there,
Amazing.
Winter Soldier was good.
First Guardians was in there.
I have to go watch those.
Trying to think.
And I always forget Civil War.
My other 2 would be Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah,
I think
That's my top 5.
Iron Man 2 was very good.
No,
I like the first one better than 2.
I like the first one really only. I thought 2 and 3 weren't good.
Yeah.
I like 2.
I like 2 just because like he had established who he was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 1, it was so much like 1 was a very good origin story. Like very, very good because it definitely set the page of, what's going on and
And like I told you guys before the show, I watched that again last
yeah,
week,
that's what you were saying.
and I'd seen it in probably 7 or 8 years.
Easily.
And so watching that again, knowing like the end result, just makes that movie so much better. Just seeing like he's just a human doing human stuff, and like knowing like, bro, in 10 years you're gonna be in space. Like how far you're gonna advance
Yeah.
in what you're doing right now is crazy.
Yeah.
So it was interesting watching that development, and him not even knowing how to fly really yet,
yeah.
and all that stuff. So it
great,
is hard to put him in order though.
a
It
great
really is.
ending. A great ending to this whole stretch. It all meant something. And even if you sat all the way to the very end,
And hear the
you get the
bang-
hammering
banging
like
on
when
the
he's
shield. Yeah.
when he not even the shield. It's like when
Oh,
he was
just-
first making.
yeah. The suit.
Yeah,
So-
the suit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
And listen, for
super
me,
well done.
I'm diehard Star Wars. Obviously, there's some I didn't like. But as far as like a whole, like
Story.
journey,
Yeah.
I'm a diehard Star Wars fan. Like I get super hyped. I'm even hyped for the next one coming up.
The last,
But-
the what is it? The rebirth of Skywalker.
Rise of-
the rise
Rise-
of
Rise-
Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
That's right.
Which I'm excited about, and it's cool seeing the preview. But I think Marvel like overtook Star Wars for me, which I didn't think would ever happen.
Well, either way, Disney gets paid. So
Yeah, we've
Billions.
all given Disney a lot of money.
Billions.
And
That
have more
mouse has robbed me
have
many
you
a
seen the
time.
thing for that Galaxy's Edge thing where people are like fighting online for reservations?
Really,
Because like the first month, it's like reservation. First month or so, it's like reservation
just
only.
wait. Like I could wait for something like that. I mean, I
And
understand.
then
the hype,
after
but-
that, it's still going to be like 2 capacities. So you
Yeah.
still are going to have to get there like real quick.
yeah,
It's crazy. I was reading about it. It's insane.
is that open yet?
I know the reservation's open. I don't know if it has opened yet. That part I'm not certain.
Yeah. Wow. Are you sad?
I'm disappointed in my Celtics pick right now. they have
Listen,
completely
I'm
fallen
not
off
even
the
disappointed
rails.
in your pick because the Celtics. I mean, they beat Milwaukee last year, but I'm more disappointed in you overhyping the Celtics, a team you don't even like, after one game.
Can I ask a quick question with the Celtics here?
Sure.
They don't make it out of this series. Kyrie's definitely gone. Then, right?
gone.
Yo, yeah.
He might be gone after this game.
This is
He might just
tragic.
walk right to LA after this game.
This is tragic.
Did you see he actually called himself a genius the other day?
I did see that. I did see that, and I'm like,
Oh man.
Bro.
But you think
like-
the Earth is flat?
no, but bump all that. Like, you don't say those things. Like, you don't like have a little humble. Just be a little humble sometimes.
Yeah.
Bless you.
If
There's
you
not.
can.
There's nothing wrong with being humble, especially if somebody is,
Kendrick
giving
told
you
us
the.
that.
He did.
But I mean, especially if someone's giving you the out to be humble, like where it's like, oh, okay, no, I feel like I have a high IQ, but I've worked at it.
Yeah.
Give your reasoning, but like, I'm a genius on the floor.
Let other
So-
people hype you up. Even if you think you are, let other people be the ones
like,
to hype you
a
up.
Always let
little
someone else
bit,
tell you.
A little
Yeah.
bit, like, I mean, maybe.
So go ahead and tell me that I'm a genius.
No, it's unnecessary. You already know it.
Because everyone knows.
There it
Exactly.
is.
Oh,
It's
I'm
our-
not saying it under any circumstances.
Would you tell Kareem?
No.
Oh God, please no.
Are you sure?
He already feels he's on Christ levels right now. Oh, Kareem.
Wow.
Kareem, that shirt's black. No, it isn't. It's white. What?
Listen,
Kareem, it's obviously black.
He will prove to you that it's not.
It's a white shirt.
Listen,
Okay.
tune
bro.
in live every Monday, 4 p.m. or whenever the computer decides to start, West Coast time. Please, if you're just now tuning into the show, rewatch the beginning, watch the replay, and follow us on all social media at Guerilla Cross. And remember, strike first, strike hard, no mercy. We're out.